Josh.
And Chris. And what am I? I'm B.F.U. I'm Chris. I'm that fat guy.
Yeah, that fat guy with the glasses.
Yeah, without the glasses today.
Without the glasses.
Oh, and Pat. Hey, everybody, it's Pat.
Pat. You'll learn about Pat.
We'll talk about Pat later.
Sean couldn't be with us, so we invited Pat.
Pat!
Yeah, that's with 2 T's.
2 T's for Pat.
2 T's.
Oh, man. We started out with, like, nothing to talk about. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about.
We do. We got a decent amount to talk about.
So we're going to talk about the new blaster that came out. New. We're going to talk about our way we test accuracy, which will be accompanied by some other videos Josh will put up later.
Yep.
And then there was something. Oh, and we want to talk about some 3D printing stuff, right?
Yep. I think that'll cover it.
And as you see, we're in a different filming location. This is my living room. So the cool thing about Nerfcast is we're gonna go on location to different people's houses because Mr. Anderchuk, the third missing man, has his own spot now. So we'll be doing some filming from his house, and my wife won't go wife aggro on me. So that'll be fantastic.
That'll be awesome.
But Josh will always be the constant.
Yeah, apparently I'm the one that's always here.
So let's get started. You want to start with the blaster?
Yeah. So. Whoop-ah!
Oh, it's a white retaliator.
White retaliator.
Looks like a stormtrooper.
It does. I actually really like the color scheme on it. I like this big elite, which is not raised, by the way, Chris James. I got you. It ain't raised. It's just lettering. There's no, you can't even feel it. Retaliator is though. It's the exact same. They didn't do anything. This is all 100% same molds. I don't even think they added a date on here. Nope, 2011 Hasbro. Yeah. Other than that, looks nice.
It does.
It looks really nice. I really like the look.
Yep.
Paint. Okay. It's kind of difficult.
Oh, you were going to punch me in the face.
What? Why? Yeah, stop. Start over. Oh. Hey, everybody!
Yo!
Welcome to Nerfcast.
It's Chris.
And Josh.
Bam.
No Sean today. So, Sean, we brought Pat.
With 2 T's.
Yeah.
Not 1, 2.
Filling in for Sean today.
You guys learn about how Pat is applicable to the Nerf community later.
Yes, indeed.
Going to be a big member of the Nerf community, hopefully.
Yeah, we started off with not a lot to talk about today.
Nope.
And we managed to squeeze out a lot of stuff to talk about.
Man, this could be definitely a 50-minute plus podcast for once.
Yeah, we could go on for a minute.
We've got a new blaster to talk about. We've got we're gonna do some overview of how we have started testing blasters. I say test like judging them and the methods we use, which we have a couple that are fairly unique, I think, to us. And then we're going to talk about some Reddit 3D printed shenanigans that's on the Reddit today.
And a little bit about darts.
Oh, and something about darts, yeah.
Yeah.
Darts, which, you know, it's funny. I'm realizing that we're going to talk about darts.
You ain't got no darts.
And we ain't get the darts.
Nope.
We don't have the dart with us. Well, the cool thing is, the darts we're going to talk about are going to be in an absolutely separate video, so you're going to have to give us 2 clicks.
Yeah, you're going to have to check out that other video. We'll talk about it, and you'll be like, we don't understand what you're talking about. It's cool. We'll link you over to it once it's up. So, we get this started?
Yeah.
All right. Blam! Look at that. Oh,
yeah. Is that for a Star Trooper?
Yes.
Wait, Star Trooper?
Stormtrooper blaster. Now, this is the new Elite XD Retaliator with box range claims of 90 feet.
X-Dizzle.
XD. There is nothing different about this blaster externally. There is, it's 100% exactly the same. They didn't change the date on it. It says 2011 Hasbro. This Elite here is just a little decal. You could probably scratch it off.
Yep.
It's not raised. Chris James, I got you. You can sand it nice and easy. I like the white. I like the white when they did it on the Rebel line.
Yep.
Because white, I feel like when you paint over stuff, it's hard to paint white. Like white never comes out this clean.
White doesn't.
Unless you spend a lot of time and you do a nice base coat that's black, and then
if you've seen my straight paint job, you know white is tough.
Yeah, white's a little difficult. So this is nice, and things will go over really easy.
Yeah,
and it'll be bright. So for all of you that enjoy painting, doing external mods, I think this is a really nice addition to the arsenal. Yeah,
we took this thing to the Bay Area Nerf testing grounds.
Yes, indeed.
We don't have an acronym for it yet. We're working on it though. You guys could vote what you want us to call it.
Yep.
So we took it to the testing grounds, and we found that FPS is within normal parameters of a standard retaliator. It felt like it got a couple more.
So yeah, we grabbed an old retal. I mean, obviously, we did this.
Yeah.
Actually, we didn't have this on either, but for FPS, it doesn't matter. The other one was obviously not brand new out of the box because we just ain't bankrolled to go and buy 2 retaliators.
Yeah.
Just for testing purposes. I mean, at least this had range claims that made us interested. So it was, I mean, they were within a few FPS of each other.
Yeah, that could be the retaliator being used too much.
Yeah, we use the same darts. I mean, it might just be that the other one's a little bit broken in.
Yep.
You know, it's seen Koosh and regular darts put through it, so, you know, maybe the seal's not as good. We weren't using the newest of darts. All of our darts were pretty new.
Yeah,
actually.
most of my elites. So everyone knows I don't use elites very much. I use the Kooshes, and most of my elites are usually fairly new.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it was very negligible. I mean, it could be production differences. You could probably see that in a brand new retaliator versus one retaliator the next.
I feel like Hasbro's listening to a whole bunch of us on YouTube, us and other places, talk about dart pushing, and that's how they got their 90 feet.
Oh, 90 feet.
I really think they got their dart push.
45 degrees dart push.
I really feel like they dart pushed it to 90 feet, and
Really
they were
possible.
like, you could achieve 90 feet. We're just not going to tell you how.
Right.
But it looks good. The paint's good. I don't pay attention to rain claims in the box, and honestly, how many people are going to leave that play semi-regularly are going to leave this thing without putting a spring in it? I don't think it's going to be that many.
Yeah, for most of us in the NIC, you know, your range claims, you kind of know. We at this point, we know it's just BS. But adding Elite XD as a new range, I mean, I can't really talk to the flywheel blasters, but for the springers so far, it doesn't look like there's any risk. We took a tape measure out and fired it, and I mean, we were literally getting a foot or two difference.
Yep.
Just getting a foot or two more. And again, that could just because it's new, it's getting that little bit of FPS, and that's well within manufacturing tolerances.
We didn't fire hundreds of shots. We fired 10 shots, and you know, took our thing from there. So, just so everybody knows at a time when we're gonna go over stuff later, we are not Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Although we do play with a bunch of science guys.
We do. We got engineers. Let's see, we got mechanical and electronic electrical engineers. I can talk today.
And a dude that works for NASA.
Dude that works for NASA. We've got military. We've got all sorts of people.
And
people that work at Google.
None of the people that are mainly part of this podcast have any of those credentials.
Nope, that's none of us.
None.
But yeah, if you like the white and you don't already have a Retaliator, go out and get it.
Yeah.
If you like the white and you do already own a Retaliator and you can drop the $25 to get one, I mean, that's your prerogative.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it saying, cool, I'm going to get a Retaliator that's getting 90 feet so I don't have to put an Origin Modworks spring in it, sorry, you're out of luck. It's the same as a regular Retaliator.
SOL's the thing. But if you're going to go on Taobao.
Taobao.
Is it Taobao?
I believe so, yeah.
Taobao. I gotta check.
I don't know what we're talking about. I mean, there's a Taobao.
If you're going to go on Taobao,
yeah,
you could get a baller 3D printed shotgun grip for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
That matches the white. So
yeah, so there was, what was a Reddit thread? He told me about it.
I did tell him about it. So there's a Reddit thread about these, some spots in, over in the great country of China, straight up 3D printing, out 3D printing America.
I mean, everything's cheaper there, so, you know.
I mean, I'm talking about for design purposes. I mean, Narrow Base is doing some pretty good things. Dorm Labs does some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, Slide Dev does some good stuff.
Slide Dev's Australia, I think.
Oh, I thought you meant not China. Jack. Oh, I thought you just meant not China.
No, I'm talking about America, Jack.
Oh, okay. Well then,
and Slide Dev does some cool stuff.
I was like, no, there's more 3D printing places than that. But yeah, in the States,
Laser Gnomes.
Yeah,
and I think we just hit most of the major ones. You know, Narrow Base is mainly focusing on carrying capacity for clips and blasters for right now. Dorm Labs for tactical rail attachments and a couple other things. Laser Gnomes for a lot of stuff around ammo. And FlyDev's got a little bit of everything. So these were a kit to make this use as a shotgun grip. Yeah,
some of you might remember a long time ago on Nerf mods and reviews when that was around, actually. Or on Nerf Haven. Blood Angel, who has been on the podcast, had a shotgun grip that he made to actually prime this. It's similar to that, but it's 3D printed. I don't know how it all attaches, if it's easier or not, but it looks awesome.
Under grip, new top. 2 bars.
The one they had, I believe, was white, right?
Yeah.
That they showed, so it would look sleek on this.
Yeah, it would look cool.
I'll see if I can find pictures and put them in the description, but, I mean, no guarantee.
They had 3D printed stocks, barrels.
Yeah.
They're going buck wild over there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they had full, like, the lightning stocks, except for the one they came out without the lightning bolt in it.
Yep.
Which, I don't know what
that's
you call
pretty
them.
awesome. So
those are pretty nice.
Oh, that's pretty sick thread.
Yeah.
But so if you're going to buy one of these and you know how to order from Taobao, apparently there's Taobao agents.
Really?
Yeah, you can call an agency and they can order for you as your agent.
All I know is that with the problems I've seen with the Elite Alpha Trooper running Koosh, and how well I've seen this, or Retaliators in general, running Stage 3 kits, all the way up to Stage 3 kits, with Koosh, the only thing I dislike about this is that I have to top prime, and then when I'm down here, like, stabilization isn't the same, right? Because there's no force pushing up unless I do it with this wrist.
Right.
That's why I like having it right here.
No,
shotgun grip,
nice.
That could change the game for me. I don't know, I could be rocking this with shotgun grip, like, wow, let's do this.
For me for the
problem is, Stage 3, you can't put this on.
Nope.
And this is necessary for the shotgun grip.
Yep.
So it actually rides on these rails, this rail down here. Which is funny, because that's actually, I was working on a shotgun grip that I was making completely out of, like, not plexiglass, but, like acrylic or whatever that you go get at Home Depot, the clear stuff. And adding an attachment up here and making a shotgun grip. And then the Elite Alpha Trooper came out, so I just threw it all away. Now I'm kind of sad I did, because Koosh Darts came out.
They did.
But yeah, check out that Taobao. Get some stuff. Let us know how it performs.
Word. If anyone wants to order and give us feedback and then provide us with the way you ordered, that would be awesome, because I want me one of them shotgun grips.
Yeah, they do look really, really nice.
But yeah, that came out. That was a good find.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the 3D printed stuff. I think we're on the cusp of a really nice explosion. I feel like you know, there's been some really good things we've seen recently with the hammer shot holsters and the clip holders, and you know, so there's some things. Laser Gnomes lowered their prices.
Laser Gnomes did lower some prices.
Yeah, stuff is like good. Normal now.
Yep.
So, like, I feel like their prices are reasonable.
Yeah. Stuff's getting cheap.
So
good for the consumer.
P.A.T.T almost bought a 3D printer.
He did. We were at Home Depot. We were like walking by, and this dude heard us talking. He's like, "Check out this 3D printer," and he literally like walked backwards, like, "What? How much is it?"
Oh, it's within budget, but I don't know how to do the files, and unless I have someone that can do the files for me, I cannot buy the 3D printer in good conscience.
Yes, he was like, "But it'd be so much cheaper." I'm like, "Yeah, once you print $1,300 worth of stuff,
I could do that."
Yeah, I know you could. I'm just saying. Oh no, $1,500 because you got to buy the
pillow. You got to buy the pillow.
Yes. So there's that.
Everything will be printed in the same color. I'm telling you right now, it'll be either 2 colors, white or orange. That's all we're running. That's all we're running around here is white and orange. White easy to paint over, orange already matches.
Yes, there you go.
But
that's not bad.
Right? That's how we're rolling. But if anyone out there is designing stuff and you know, wants to talk me into it by sending me some of your designs that I can easily print out and try, I might be persuaded into getting one.
You're going in 3D printer for so long. We got him Nerf for like, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been talking about 3D printing stuff for Nerf.
Before people were 3D printing it.
He was.
But I lacked
there was like Slide Dev, and I think that was it.
I lacked the necessary skills.
Maybe a couple other places. I forget. It was a long time ago. I don't remember what I ate for breakfast.
And science.
Yeah, that's hard.
So, I mean, that was cool. And then, so the other thing that we have to talk about, which will probably take us a little bit, is P.A.T.T.
Oh, yeah.
Not
P.A.T.T.
this P.A.T.T.
Not this P.A.T.T. It's this P.A.T.T. with 2 T's.
So P.A.T.T. stands for Practical Accuracy Testing.
Yep.
So I will tell this very long story right now. Any of you that don't like my boring stories, please pause or fast forward like 3 minutes.
You can just skip.
So P.A.T.T. started because of dog poop.
Yes, that's the best way to start a story ever.
So in my house, behind us, is a porch. On that porch is a small annex. It's enclosed. And that my wife and I have dedicated that room to the dogs when we're not home. They love it. It's their own little cave. It's like a really, really giant doghouse for them.
Yeah, it's cool.
And they really love it. And that's where they go during the day. And if you say, go to the puppy room, they're like, yeah, I'm happy to go to the puppy room. Let's go. Right? They hang out there all day and they have fun. One of them got into something they shouldn't have got into recently. I think it was some cheese. That was possibly my fault. So when I came home the other day, the puppy room was full of doo-doo. And they got their own little couch. Like, it's a piece of a sectional that we no longer needed. So we tossed the rest of the sectional out, but we kept them their own little puppy couch. And they just doo-doo all over the puppy couch. So much doo-doo. They doo-doo off the puppy couch. They doo-dooed in the hole they created in the puppy couch, like a little toilet. It's disgusting. And my wife was super not sympathetic to me having to clean it up. She was like, your dog's doo-doo. Josh watches my dogs a lot for me, so he understands sometimes they like to doo-doo.
Yes.
So I'm cleaning it up, and I have this rolling corner closet. So it's like one of those things you set up with like fabric, and it's got piping, and it creates like a little closet for you to hang some stuff if you have a little room studio apartment, something like that.
Yep.
So I'm rolling this thing outside because I got to clean the doo-doo off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this thing is about the size of me. Stands about 5'6" with nothing on top of it. Mm-hmm. We measured it. It's like 1'7" wide. I'm 1'8". Josh is like 1'4". 2 inches wide. Sorry,
I don't know. Oh no, yeah, it might be 4.
Foot 4 inches wide. So it's roughly the size of a person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I hung a shirt in here, it'd roughly be like hitting center mass. And if we shot darts into it, trying to hit the shirt or hit the actual thing at all, it'd be like hitting a person in a Nerf game. Mm-hmm. And it would also catch the darts, which was really better. That was like the most beneficial part about the whole thing. There's not a lot of mess.
Yeah.
As long as you can hit it. And I said, we've been hemming and hawing for a while on how to test accuracy. And Blood Angel did a great write-up on Nerf Haven on minute per mile.
Hour, was that it? Hour of angle?
Hour of angle. That's
minute of angle, hour of angle.
10-minute mile. I just got 10-minute miles. Hour of angle, which is used to test real ballistics for real guns.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, I could completely be misquoting that.
He's got a conversion and some things. And then, like, most of everyone, most of the internet sees science, they freak the fuck out. Or wow, bleep that.
We've dropped that on the podcast.
We have?
Every 2 or 3 podcasts, like the one gets dropped.
Everybody freaks out with science. I'm one of those people. And so it didn't really get me a lot of play, but it is really scientific. So the way I see us, especially me, for Bay Area Nerf, is we are like the practical guys. Like, we play a lot. Yeah, practical.
He means ghetto.
We're ghetto. But we play a lot. We play 9 months out of the year. We play a game a month. We play at least 9 games a year of Nerf, if not more when we do 2 months and other games and things like that. And we screw around with, shooting blasters down range a lot. So we set up a range at the house. We've got a tape measure measured out to up to 65 feet. Mm-hmm. We can go farther than that if we need to, but we've got it chalked out. We know where everything is. We've got a chronograph, and we've got our little target set up for this closet, little rolling closet. It's made out of fabric, super light, and it rolls. So we can even simulate movement if we wanted to. Mm-hmm. And we just figured that if you can hit the thing, we'll just calculate the percentage of shots that hit, and we'll kind of judge blaster's accuracy based on that. And more importantly, dart accuracy.
Right.
For the different types of darts.
And I mean, this is something that we're just testing out for us to see. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like, oh, this is perfect, straight on the line. Like, we don't care about that. If I can hit it straight from here to there. If I got to angle it, that's cool. It's for me to test me being able to use this blaster with these darts to hit someone that far away.
Right.
That's what it is. It's for me. It's for anybody could come over in our group and come test some stuff out and be like, ooh, I can hit a target at about this distance.
Yep. And it's a human-sized target, so the point of it was I wanted a practical way to test accuracy in Nerf. I feel like range is over-tested. Like, everyone tests range.
Right.
We got lots of change right. We got feet per second, and we even use a chrono just to baseline our stuff.
Yep.
And see what people are doing to blasters. And then, that's really well done. And, we're doing it outside, so we do get a little breeze every now and again, which is game. My main concern is I want to know how it's going to perform in a game.
Right.
And then you've got the variation of the actual person using the blaster.
Yeah.
Right? Josh a little smaller, I'm a little taller.
Yeah, I got to aim up a lot.
Yeah.
You know? If we go both straight, my dart, his will go 3 to 5 feet further than my dart just because it takes that much longer to fall down.
Right. So
thing.
That's a real thing. And,
right.
And the whole point of this was to create something that anyone could set up at their own house.
Yep. And
give you practice with your blaster, because, a lot of it is knowing your blaster. I put my Rampage, I have a pretty well modded Rampage. I've showed it before on Reddit. The front's cut off. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's just the under prime. It shoots basically from the breech. I put a Centurion barrel on there just to make it look good. And I love it. So we're shooting it, and it's got a 5 kilogram spring in there. Air restrictors are still in. I mean, it's not super heavy mounted. And we were shooting it yesterday, and Josh is like, "How do you aim this thing?" Because I got 2 clips mounted on the top.
I can't. I'm like, I can't look down.
I got 2 clips mounted in the line of sight, and I'm like, I just shoot it so much, I know where it shoots.
Yeah.
And I was able to pick it up and just pop off 6 to 7 out of 10 shots with Koosh darts from 50 feet and hit the target.
Yeah.
And I think to me, 50 feet.
Yeah, it was pretty.
50 feet doesn't seem like a lot. People are going to be like, "Oh, 50 feet's not that far." Go measure that out. Go measure out 100 feet. Go halfway through. Start shooting your Nerf blaster. See how that works out for you.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're not talking Steffens and homemades here, so
talking normal ammo with lightly modified blasters.
Yeah,
50 feet's a good engagement distance for.
It's pretty decent
for playing a war.
It's pretty decent
for a Sambo war.
Yeah.
So the Sambo stock ammo modified blaster is okay. So, anyways, we're gonna have some videos up later about the testing specifically for the new darts. We're calling them mini megas.
Yes. Just because you know why? Because A, they're red, so they look like mini megas.
Super red.
And B, because I can never remember the seller's name. The seller was like, it was FS something, but we always say SF because San Francisco is really close by. So everything is like SF Warehouse. No, FS Warehouse something.
Yeah, 9, FS 5. Warehouse something on eBay.
Right.
We'll send everyone the link. The link will be in the video. We'll do all that work. But
so the videos that are going to come up are not the full test.
Nope.
The video or videos, I don't know if we're going to split it into 2, is just us doing like a once through, showing you sort of the conditions that we're testing in, how we're testing, and it was like a once through with one blaster that we don't even know. I don't even know how modded that blaster is or what. I think he goes over in the video.
In the video I tell you about what I put in.
Which was hilarious because he performed horribly, and then after we turned the camera off, I took shots from because at 50 feet he was super inaccurate with Koosh compared to he was getting about the same accuracy as he was in Elites, and I'm just like whap whap
so
whap,
embarrassing
whap whap. Wow, how come we didn't film that?
I knew as soon as the camera was going to go on, I would suck. I knew it. I choked.
It was pretty funny.
I choked.
But I mean, so that test before people complain, and we'll probably still get people on comments that are gonna be like, "Blah, you didn't do this. Oh, see, these aren't as accurate." Like that wasn't the full test. That was just taking you through a once through. Yeah. It's 10 darts. Like that's it. But it's cool. We didn't even do anything simulated. Like it is on wheels, so we could simulate moving target if we wanted to.
Yep.
We haven't even messed around with that yet. It was just sort of like, hey, let's test this out. Let's see how it is. We put the head on top of the closet. Right?
So this is P.A.T.T, the practical accuracy testing target.
See, 2 T's. Pat and Pat. I mean, obviously you do not need a head if you're trying to do something like this at home. You don't even need the little rolly closet thing. You could honestly probably hang a t-shirt and do the same thing that we're doing. Yes. This is not innovative in any way. It was just cool because we could take it outside.
Oh, I'm going to say it's a little bit.
I mean, it was. I'm just saying.
Because it catches the darts.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. If you have that, then it's cool.
It catches the darts.
It's a great thing to have. But I mean, if you're at home, you can hang up a shirt and basically do the same test we're doing inside your house or your apartment or wherever you live.
For me, it gets done what I want to get done, which is how many times can I hit a human-sized target for the way we play Nerf? It's single tag out, no matter where you get tagged out, including your blaster.
The other thing I was going to say is because it's a whole little closet thing, it does simulate a person more than just hanging a shirt, right? If you hang a shirt, you might, against a wall, you kind of know where legs are going to be.
Right.
This, if it hits, it falls into the little, there's like a shelf and another shelf. It'll fall down, it catches the dart, you pretty much know you've hit it. Right? You could basically walk up and be like, I hit this many times. Yep. If you just have a shirt hanging, you're like, okay, if I see it hit the shirt, I'm good. Anything other than that, extremities, don't know if I'm going to hit. Now, no, that's not 100%. That's not an actual 100% field testing person, right? People are going to move and dodge and jump, and like a leg is not the entire width of the box that we're testing out on.
Mine are.
But, it's just sort of like a rough test, again, to help us see what's going to hit personally and, get us used to any specific blaster or any specific darts, just for us to get better. And again, so that you can shoot without having to actually aim. Like, he was just like, bop, bop. And I was like, I don't know how to aim this. Let me... I started to get it. Yeah. I started to get it by the end of the day when we were messing around.
I might make him a Rampage convert at some point.
But yeah, it's just getting to know your blaster and getting to the cleanup is just mad easy.
So you'll see us probably post stuff, results at some point, and then just this way everyone will see the video. They'll know how we're testing. They'll know what kind of equipment we're using. I think we've got pretty much all the bases covered for testing.
Yeah.
We do accuracy, we've got range, and we've got
it's nothing. It's nothing statistical. We're not going to be like, oh, it's this. We're going to be like, it hit 3 out of 4 times. You know what I mean? Or well, whatever
percentage.
Whatever the percentage is. We're not going to only run 10. Like I said, the video that we have is just showing you the range and doing a quick demo of it. That's not like an actual test. That's just how we will do things.
Yep.
So that will come out hopefully shortly after this. I don't know. I got to edit stuff. We got the slow-mo camera up there, the iPhone 6.
Yeah, we dual camered it.
So I got to edit that together.
The shirt we hang is a Captain America t-shirt, so it does have a center.
It does have
if you're into the how well did it hit, there is a center mass circle and the star and the whole 9 yards. So I'm pretty proud of what it is.
Yeah, it's really cool. For us, especially in the location, and the way that it's set up, the end of the driveway is 31 feet. And then right after that, there's like another line where it gets to the actual road, and that's 50 feet, like exactly.
And then we don't almost go across streets.
If we do it all the time, we don't always have the tape measure out.
No,
we're testing.
We know exactly where everything is.
Right. But for the video, we obviously put the tape measure there. So we did just to show you guys.
And we know where 65 is.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can pretty much do anything up to 100 feet.
Yeah.
Although I think to me, practical is probably for most Nerf blasters. Probably if you can get 70, if you can hit 5 out of 10 times at 70 feet with stock ammo, or close to stock ammo, you're going to be doing all right.
Yeah, if you can get it with Koosh or whatever, that's pretty good.
So that's going to be the P.A.T.T. test, and we'll have some results up periodically. We'll just throw some things up.
Yeah, so if we say things as we're testing, that's probably it. If you have, after you see those videos and you have any ideas of ways we can improve that, or something that you're like, oh, you should do this because let us know. As long as it's not getting too complicated or we ain't got to buy fancy equipment for it, we'll probably be down to do it. It's just, we leave in science and statistics to a lot of the other blogs. We're just sort of like, here's a really simple, quick and dirty test. We're all about quick and dirty, right? People are like, well, this is how FPS, like, everything on the field should be this many FPS. That's cool. I'm not going to test that for everybody who comes on our field when we actually do a game.
Nope.
If you can shoot, one of these, either Koosh or regular stock ammo, we're going to let you on the field. Because pretty much you're not going to be able to...
I think we've even had a single Titan on the field.
We have, because if you pump it up to where you're getting that crazy, I'm going to shoot through cardboard with Steffens, but you do that with a regular dart, it just kind of spirals out and doesn't really do too much.
Yes.
So it's more or less self-regulating. We haven't come across anything that we've really been like, oh, we were really worried about this hurting people yet. But that is subject to change.
Yeah, I think that the mini megas are going to be.
So let's get on these mini megas. Let's do a little bit of this. I know we talk about them quick in the videos that are coming out, but some people are listening and not watching us on YouTube. And unfortunately, we don't have one here.
We have one here. It's just going to require me to run. You know what? I'm going to leave you to talk to the people.
All right, I'll start going over
these damn things.
So B.F.U found these on eBay.
Nope, someone else found them on eBay.
Okay, sorry. Someone else found them on eBay. B.F.U bought them.
That's usually how it works.
That is usually how it works. They look really cool because they're red. I don't think they were offered in any other colors. He can correct me when he gets back. We don't have all the statistics on them, which is why I haven't. We'll probably do a video specifically on them. The test video that we're doing to show you the range. We use them and we do a quick, we cut them open and show them to you. We didn't do all the weight and stuff that we've done with other darts in the past. And I'm sure Blood Angel will probably have something out, hopefully, that he'll send us our way if he ever gets his hands on them. He does a great job with weighing them and doing all that. Sometimes we'll try to do a little bit. But they are basically solid. And when we first started Nerf, there was, I forget who actually had them. There was someone on Nerf Haven. I think they shipped from Australia, and they were being called, oh, thank you. I don't know where that went because it's red on a red couch.
That's cool. I got more.
Okay. They were called 50 cal heads, or someone was calling them 50 cal heads, and they were just like rubber heads. These are very similar. You probably messing the focus all up.
Believe it or not, no, it's doing a pretty good job.
Okay. So these are basically the same thing, except for they feel like they're less rubbery than those ones were. These are really hard. All of the weight is in the front. I would hazard a guess and say they probably weigh more than the Koosh darts do.
Yep.
The glue on them is a heck of a lot better. I could rip it out, but it's on par with regular actual Nerf brand glue. Like if you rip it, you'll end up getting some foam remnants on the tail that's inserted in there. They are a bit of the tail is hollow, but then the entire head is just completely solid.
Yep.
And these guys, I'm really torn because I used to do airsoft, so getting hit by a Nerf dart, even these, doesn't bug me at all. I know some people would probably get bugged. Especially, so we tested just lightly modded blasters shooting these. Now, a couple of things, I guess, to note really quick is these do not work well in springers.
So the foam, and I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but
a little bit smaller.
We'll have pictures before. It's a smidge smaller in diameter.
So you're not getting a great seal.
And it's actually a huge amount smaller in diameter than a Koosh dart.
Yeah, so you're not getting a good seal even on front loading blasters.
No, like hammer shot is horrible.
Everything that we tried, the Springer.
Yeah, a lot of misloads,
double feeds and stuff.
Tried the Rampage. I tried the Sling Fire. I tried the Retaliator. Yep. I tried a couple hammer shots, Sweet Revenge. None of it worked. Flywheel, whole different story.
These were amazing in flywheel blasters. They were shooting straight.
Yeah,
straighter than the Koosh.
These shoot straighter than the Koosh at 30 feet. This and Koosh was pretty much equal from the little testing we did.
Yeah, because we were hitting.
When you pop it out to 50, they start beating the Koosh by probably 10 or 20%. Yeah, and then we actually took it out extreme and went 65, 70, and they were outperforming the Koosh. So I mean, you had to angle your shot.
Yeah,
but we're firing out of a Straven that fires elites at 91 to 101 FPS.
Yeah, thereabouts.
And then you lose. You lose a bunch of FPS on these. We were losing 5 to 10. We were losing 5 to 10.
Yeah, I mean everything that's heavier, obviously your FPS goes down. But so it was really the reason we probably won't run them in our games. There's a couple. One, we have a dart pool sort of thing. We had there's community darts you can buy into. Spend $5, you can get as many darts as you want and run all day. Because these only work in flywheel blasters, that severely limits people being able to pick them up off the field. So there's that, which we just kind of don't want. We want darts to be able to work in almost anything. We do have some people that bring their own darts, like Buzzbee suctions and stuff. I know Blood Angel's run them in his bow before.
And taggers.
But I mean, those are pretty easy to be like, those obviously aren't going to fit, right? If it's a tagger, if you know what you're doing, you're probably not going to throw them in a regular blaster. These look close enough to where they would, and they would fit. They would just jam. That's not the biggest deal. That's just, that's a lot of user error. Just if you see a red one, probably don't put it in your blaster. What it came down to was, I really feel like these, and I mean, I'll go over it with Sean and stuff. They
sting.
They do sting.
Shooting them on the Raven, or Straven, they sting. And I don't have, my Straven's not balls out.
It was...
I got some cool 130 hobby motors in it. So anyways, that's the kind of the overview of the mini megas. Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't say not to run them specifically. It all depends on how you, if you consider this stock ammo, if you want to do a Sambo war. I mean, just basically check wherever you're going, right? If you're doing an HVZ event and you want to run these, ask whoever's going to be there.
At $58 for 1,000, they're very tempting.
Yeah, I would not ever recommend running these at a place where you're not going to have iPro required.
Word.
Definitely.
Word.
And I mean, remember, flywheel only is going to...
Unless you're going to run bone stock. These things would suck in bone stock.
They would really... Yeah, there wouldn't be a point.
Suck
they would be horrible. So yeah, I mean, but definitely check them out. They're for the money. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it. If you want the versatility, though, still recommend a Koosh. For the price.
Love me some Koosh.
Yeah.
We don't have any affiliation with Koosh. We just love them.
Yeah.
So we had a few topics today, and really we're always looking for feedback on anything we cover on the podcast, videocast, thingycast, and especially about what we're doing for the practical accuracy testing. Any feedback on P.A.T.T would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Any ideas you guys may have? Do you like it? Do you hate it? I'm sure some people are going to hate it. I get that. It's not uber scientific.
Right.
But you know, it works for what we need for testing for our games and the way we play Nerf. And really, that's a lot of my main concern.
Right. It's like I saw stuff on Reddit where people were talking about, you know, what's safe for this or that kind of war. And, you know, someone said, oh, anything under this much FPS should be fine. Somebody else was like, nah, you know, it just, the general idea of this, you know, that's kind of the way we do things. Like, oh, yeah. It's a general, like, yeah, we've seen a single Titan in our games, but if you're running stock ammo, it's going to start fishtailing after a certain FPS, and it's not, it sort of self-regulates. Yep. That's the way we are with these tests, right? Like, it's not the most scientific thing. We're not going to bring a chrono to every game and test everyone. No. We're not going to set up an enclosed wind tunnel just to test a blaster either.
No.
You know,
I wish we could.
Yeah, oh, it would be cool. You know, if we had the funds and the capability of doing some of this stuff, but yep. This works for our needs.
Yep.
It's ghetto. You can do something like it at home.
I love ghetto.
You know, if you don't have the rolling closet thing, which you'll see in the other video, you know, maybe you got some cardboard boxes you can put beneath your stuff to catch stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Draw a person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, have a shirt here, have the cardboard box so that the darts will fall into it. Yep. So A, pick up your darts, which is probably one of the best things about this.
Yep.
And B, if it's about the same width as the shirt, you're still getting about a person-size object, right?
Yep.
So you know what it is.
Yeah. And if if Anderson was here,
yeah,
he would tell all of you to rate. He would tell you to comment. He would tell you to refer a person to subscribe.
Yeah.
Because if you're watching, I'm gonna guess you are subscribed. One of the 6. And so look for some videos on our walkthrough of what our P.A.T.T. testing really is, and this way you'll know going forward what we talk about. Or don't watch the video and then not know what we're talking about, but listen to us anyway. I don't really care as long as some of you listen to us.
Yeah. Oh, you got your new toy.
What new toy?
Your new toy that you can put videos up from.
Oh yeah. I apologize in advance to the entire Nerf community. I purchased an iPhone 6 Plus, even though I'm a self-proclaimed Android lover, and I do love me some Android, but Apple came out with the 240 frames per second on the phone. I know there are other cameras that do it. I understand. Don't list all the stuff that already does it. I don't care if it's not a mobile device. I really don't care. If I can do it on the fly, I'm a very happy man. We filmed our entire last war, all 3 rounds, in 240 slow-mo. So we have some highlight videos that are coming up. A lot of them are involving moi, because I'm cutting and editing, and I love me a lot. I love this face. You guys ain't I love this face, but I love this face. So everything looks epic in 240. It looks really cool. And if you don't think 240 slow-mo makes Nerf look cool, then you're just a bad person. No, seriously, you need to go get your examined, because that's just not right. So look for that coming up for us. We should have a pretty good stream of content in the next 2 months. We have a lot of backlog of stuff we need to put up. And I think that's it. We covered some topics today. We were pretty efficient as usual.
Yeah.
And when Sean's not here, we don't do them as long. And I really miss Sean, because this would have gone much longer with Sean.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have that third opinion on things to talk about, and stuff we can
get better, big buddy. We miss you, and we'll probably see you next time on the podcast. So for everyone at
we got we got the
oh damn, I forgot.
Sean will usually do this. That's why.
Yeah.
So we don't have something scheduled for the month of October yet. We don't know if we're going to. Our last game may have been our last game. We're not certain yet. On November 1st, we have an HVZ event. Sean has talked about it before. It got moved back. It was supposed to be earlier in the month. It was just at the convenience of the school and the group that was asking us to put it on. So if you're in the area, feel free to come out to that. We know it's the day after Halloween. It just worked better, like I said, for the group. It is called Aliens versus Robots. Yep. Again, at the school's request. I think they didn't want people showing up after Halloween in like fake blood and stuff, and
California.
Yeah. So other places get away with it because the school itself was actually asking us to put this on, or one of the groups in the school. They had to run everything by them, and that, amongst other reasons, is why it has a different name. But the rules are all the same. It's going to play the same. It should be a lot of fun. We're hoping a lot of people come out. We'll see, because day after Halloween, hopefully people are ready to get their Nerf on and they weren't up all night. But so that's coming up. Other than that, we'll see kind of if we keep playing games. this season, just because it's 90 degrees in October, so we might have some stuff. I don't think originally we're planning on it, and if we were thinking of a costume game for Halloween, and in 90 degrees, I'm going to tell you, we're going to get like 5 people to show up to the game.
I'm dressing up as me.
Yeah, I'm going to dress up as you too.
Better get a fat suit.
But I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. Just, you know, let us know what you think of the Pat videos, the Pat and Pat videos.
We're really open to feedback on what we can do for our testing grounds. If we're missing like some tools, you know, that we might be able to acquire, let us know. Yeah,
hopefully we or ourselves or Blood Angel will have some more info on these darts, like specs as far as I don't even think we don't own a pair of calipers or anything.
Nope.
I think I used to have like a scale. I don't know if I have it anymore to test the weight of the head versus everything else. Yep. So we'll try to get something out, or maybe Blood Angel will get something out. Hopefully we'll have something up on the blog. Maybe someone else completely will order one of these and do a review before us. Yep. But I mean, you know, keep it here. Hopefully we'll have something for you.
Yep.
Other than that, I think we're good.
All right.
All right.
Outro's yours this time.
Oh, bing. All right. Everybody here at Nerfcast wants to thank you for watching our video, listen to us. He already said rate, comment, subscribe, so...
refer a subscriber.
Yeah, no.
Not subscribe yourself, because you've already done that.
Yes.
I want a referral.
All right. Refer someone to watch the video so that they will subscribe.
Yeah. So
if you are watching this video, want a referral from someone else, subscribe.
Yeah, and comment. More importantly, comment. For the love of God, we need content. Seriously, I'm dying.
But yeah, from everybody here, thanks so much. This is Josh.
And this is Chris.
Happy tagging.